Brian, obviously you'll get questions on the coaching thing in a minute, but I
Yeah.
have one other thing for you. I think any reasonable person would say there are a few guys on your team who should play every down. Xavier and Laramie, a few. Would you consider Minka to be part of that group? Should he play every down this season?
That's up to Minka. I think if he shows us, that he can, play on every down, play in different spots, tackle, play the deep part of the field, cover. If God is deserving of playing every snap, then that's up to him, and that's the case for the other guys you mentioned, Laramie and X, and really anyone on this team. So it's up to them, and they got to show that in practice and games and meetings and walkthroughs, and it's all a part of it.
Brian, why the change?
We felt like we needed to make that move, and I felt that way. I think I'm always going to do what's in the best interest of the Miami Dolphins, and I felt that was the case with this move. And as a team, we need to move forward. It was a tough decision. It was. I think the easy decision would have been to do nothing and hopefully it gets better, and hope that it got better. But I just felt like it was the move for us to make and build moving forward.
What was it that you weren't seeing in week one that you hope to see from this point forward?
I think there's a lot of factors here. From a communication standpoint, from a fit standpoint, and I just felt like for us as a team, we needed to make the move. I thought it was the best decision for this team, this organization. There was no one specific incident. I have a lot of respect for Pat Flaherty. He's obviously coached in this league a long time. But at the end of the day, I felt like Googe would be a better fit. He's somebody that I had targeted, as an O-line coach. If I ever had an opportunity, he wasn't available. When this process started, and then it became available, and we brought him in, and I just felt like for me and this team and our staff and that offensive line group that was the right move to make, or this was the right move to make.
Coach, what do you like about Googe? You've now lost two of your top assistants, I guess, in 3 weeks. Are you concerned about the continuity of this coaching staff and you being ready for week one, the changes you made?
I'm not. I think we've got a very good staff. I think the players respond to the coaches on the staff. I think Dave's going to do a great job. I think Chad and the rest of the offensive staff is up for the challenge, and I honestly don't think we're going to miss a beat, to be honest.
What did you tell the players about the decision?
I told them that every decision I make is going to be in the best interest of this team. Right now and moving forward. And there's some of those are tough decisions, and that's the truth. That's just it's as authentic as I can be. Nothing's more important than to me than this team, this organization, and that part of that's making hard decisions. And this was a hard one. It was. That wasn't an easy conversation. And but I think I went with my gut on this one. And I'm always going to do that. And I think that's if I don't do that, then I'm not being true to myself, and I'm not being authentic with how I feel about this team and this organization and where I want it to go. So I'm always going to go with my gut.
What do you need to see better from your offensive line going forward?
We need a tough, smart, disciplined offensive line that communicates well, that understands, where guys need help, understands what we're trying to do, in the run game, in the pass game, in the play action game, in the screen game. I just think we need a continuity in that room that and all five are involved. I mean, it's really a unit. It's not. It's not a one-on-one deal really across the board. It's a unit, and that unit it's so important and so vital to the success of this team, and we need to get that right.
Your other big question, where do we currently stand with the quarterback competition?
Yesterday was obviously a day off, and as a coaching staff, we really evaluated the entire roster. I would say from a quarterback standpoint, it's pretty clear to me that Ryan Fitzpatrick is leading the way. I think he's done that in a lot of areas, from leadership to production on the field to in the meeting rooms and the walkthroughs, and I think it's this is an ongoing competition, but right now I think I'd say he's leading the way.
What is the potential of this offensive line, Brian, with the pieces that you have?
I think we can be a good offensive line. I do. I think we've got good players across the offensive line. We got to put the right unit out there, and if they work together and spend time on their fundamentals, their technique, and communicate the way an O-line needs to communicate. And I think we have a lot of potential.
Coach, with your international player, Duvall, can you talk about what you've seen from him so far in his limited reps, and also what you expect in preseason games? Will he make an appearance?
I think this is a hard-working young man. I think when he got here in the off season, all of this is brand new to him. So, the conditioning from a technique standpoint, from a fundamental standpoint, from a just overall learning of football, he's come a long way. I would say in these, it's been 4 or 5 months. I like the kid a lot. He's strong. He's as strong as anyone we have on the team. But there's definitely an opportunity for him to develop, and he's taking advantage of that. He's getting limited reps. He's still learning the game, I would say. I like what I've seen from him, and hopefully we get him in some preseason games and see what he can do.
Coach, we know Dwayne Allen isn't here yet, but what do you see at the tight end battle right now?
Well, Dwayne's working to get back as quickly as possible. The rest of that group, I think it's a pretty good competition. Durham, Nick O'Leary, Mike, Clive. I mean, these guys are really working hard. Even Myrick, the rookie's, gone in there and done some good things. So I think that group, from a blocking standpoint, that's been I've been pleased with that. In the pass game, I've been pleased with that group as well. I'm looking, that competition's ongoing, and it's a good one. I think we got some good players there, and again, it's early, but we need to continue to build on the start that we've had at that position.
So you made this change because you saw Grooves as a better fit? Is that accurate?
I saw him as a better fit within the coaching staff. I also saw him as a better fit, with the overall group and team. And again, like I said earlier, Pat Flaherty is a very good coach. I mean, that goes without saying. In this instance, I just felt like this was the best move for this team, and I went with my gut, to be honest. I think Googe is a very good coach. Obviously, he was in Indianapolis last year and did a great job with that group. He's been in Miami before and done a good job. This is a well-respected, guy taking over for the O-line, and I think he'll do a great job.
Philosophically and technique-wise, what, if anything, will change going from Pat Flaherty to Googe?
Look, we want a tough, smart, physical offensive line. Philosophically, that's what we're looking for. We can get into techniques if you want, but it boils down to hand placement, footwork, getting your hands inside, protecting inside out. All those things are just the basic fundamentals of O-line play. That's what I'm looking for, and communicating that, and I would say that along with communication along the offensive line, combination blocks in the run game, passing off twists in the pass game, You know, all those things go into it, and then an overall communication along the offensive line. I mean, that's what we're looking for. We're really looking for that at all positions, offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. So, you know, there's a few different things, you know, at play there, but tough, smart, disciplined, fundamentally sound. That's what I'm looking for out of the O-line group.
Couple more guys.
Yesterday. I think it's been something that you know had been, you know, on my mind for, you know, some time before that, and again, it wasn't an easy decision. It's not an easy thing to do, but I also feel like, like I said earlier, the easy thing to do was to just hope that it gets better. And more times than not, you know, my experiences, you know, they don't get better. And then who loses out is those guys out on the field, and it's my responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen, or to put this team in the best possible situation they can be in. And if I don't do that, then I'm not doing my job, and I didn't come here to do that. So.
Did getting a late start here because of the Super Bowl have any impact on how you had in the
That's you know, it's hard to put a staff together. I think we did. I think, you know, we actually put together a very good staff. That process is there's a lot going on. You know, there's a lot going on in that process. But I'm not here to make excuses. You know, it is what it is, and I think, you know, for me personally, you know, I got to move. I have to move forward. This team has to move forward. We have to do what we feel is best, and I think that's the case in this situation. So I'm not here to make excuses on it.
Coach, with the quarterback situation, what have you seen from Ryan that puts him ahead of Josh at this point?
He's been more productive. I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I think he runs the offense very efficiently. He has great rapport with the entire team. He's, you know, has some leadership. No, not some. He has a lot of leadership ability, and we need that to continue. We need to grow him in that. And we need him to grow in that role. You know, and we need all the quarterbacks to grow and improve and get better. And like I said, it's still a competition. Every day is a competition. I think they all know that. But as we stand today, I think Ryan's done a really good job, and hopefully he continues to improve and is consistent, and that'll help this team for sure.